Bet I've been holding back. I've just wanted to like scream Hocus Pocus in your face, but I was like, I'm not going to do that. We have this iconic figure sitting here. I can't do that. But like, it was such an important movie to me growing up, and I didn't realize that it like had not been considered like this massive success. I assumed it won Best Picture growing up, the amount of times I had watched it on VHS. You know what I mean? And so I'm so curious for you, how you felt about that movie after you filmed it. Were you like, okay, that was that, and then realized, oh my God, it's taken off in this whole other way?
I have to tell you, it was a real surprise to all of us when it took off. It took off because of television, and we really didn't catch up to it for years. It was years before we learned that this had become this massive cult success. And I have to say, in the shooting, she is so great. Winnie, another great one. Winnie, she is so outside me. She's probably the least like me of any character I've ever played. And, every ham comic wants to play Lear. Everybody wants to play Shakespeare. And of course I want to play Shakespeare too, but the ship has sailed. And she is the closest thing I will ever get to Shakespeare, because she's from the era. She's from the time, around the time of Shakespeare, and she really does put it on. And yet has all the great things you love in a great villain. She's vicious, she's hilarious, she's ridiculous looking, and she doesn't know any of that. She's completely, it goes over her head. So we didn't know that it was going to be a hit, and no one was as surprised as we were. And now they're kind of talking about a third, very gingerly and very gently.
Oh my God, Bette.
And they're talking about it. I thought the second one was a huge success.
Well, here's the thing, Bette. The second one goes on the pantheon of great sequels. Like, I was nervous, I have to admit, just because I'm like, I love the first one so much. And it's like such a thing in that time, and you guys knocked it out of the park. It's up there with like The Dark Knight, Godfather 2, Grease 2, Hocus Pocus 2, all the important ones.
Does Grease 2 belong there?
Yes,
I'm not sure it does.
I had dinner with someone that said Grease 2 was the greatest sequel ever made.
Thank you.
And I had dinner with someone who said Grease 2 is the greatest sequel ever made. And I said, I have to confess, I've never seen it.
Oh,
and they invited
watch.
me, and I was invited to the house to see it. I haven't seen it yet.
It's going to happen.
It's an open invitation. I'm going to watch it tonight.
I love that. We just gave homework to Bette Midler. Report back, please.
I only take word of mouth. If you tell me it's great, I'm going to listen to you. I'm going to watch that.
You're going to die.
Because you can't figure out on the, on your streamers. I mean, there's so much stuff. How do you know? You only know if someone tells you. I watched it.
Absolutely.
You're right.
But the apothecary sequence where you guys go into like a modern, basically like CVS or Dwayne Reed and Hocus Pocus 2, like literally chef's kiss. Perfect sequence.
Thank you.